Carson asking, you have a daughter who's a really good-looking chick. Well, you may be able to change her life and improve your financial status. Because Prince Andrew is looking for a new girlfriend. Just drop a nude photo of your little nymphette in a self-addressed stamped envelope and mail it to Royal Affair, Buckingham Palace.
Said, I have my own island. I'm the king there.
It was hell in paradise.
The scale, the depth, the level of people that were involved, there's absolutely no comparison.
He has more formal accusations than Epstein, Weinstein, and Cosby combined.
He was obsessed, Peter Nygard was, with STEM research, and he actually would impregnate underage girls, have them get abortions, and then harvest the stem cells of the fetuses to inject in himself. I mean, this is a guy who drugged them, get them drunk, and rape them in a most vile and vicious fashion.
I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed Andrew, and then I found out he was lying. I was so pissed. No, that he was f***ing underage.
And trust me, usually I have no idea of who I'm going to serve, but I was able to recognize the guest. It was Prince Andrew from England. A guy wearing a uniform entered the room with two little children. 10 at most, but it was a boy and a girl. The girl introduced herself as Alena and the guy Dimitri. What kids will be doing in such a place at such a time. I saw something very, very disturbing. If you are there to witness the fear in these children's eyes, the way they were acting, it was heartbreaking. Unlike you, I've never seen anything like that. Never. And it was a bad experience to be a part of. I didn't just understand what the children went through that day and what I could have done. Because I was there. Oh man, I'm still traumatized by this. I should have told the police, but because it's someone of importance, usually it just becomes a useless case. But I know deep in my heart I should have done something. I relive it every day.
Hi everybody, welcome to ACO. My name is Lara. So the beginning of this is under review, and I'm not going to continue making the show if they're going to demonetize it, which I suspect they will, even though I tried extremely hard to not have that happen. So what I decided to do is I'm just going to do a couple little things, put on a couple commercials, and hope that as many of you can see whatever you can. And then tomorrow I'll know whether to keep making the show for YouTube or start all over on something else, which could take a while. But in the meantime, I wanted everybody to know I am not, or was not, going to be touching on the big JE or Virginia whatsoever. I wanted to take them completely out of the picture and see what's left. Who is Andrew Mountbatten Windsor without the scandal everyone knows? This isn't a rerun, okay? This is not a rerun of the big JE. It's actually worse. In this episode, I was going to answer the real question, who is Andrew? Because when you strip away the convenient scapegoats, all that's left is a man who's been protected from consequence his entire life until now. When the headlines fade and the patterns remain, Andrew's story isn't about one scandal. No, It's about decades of impunity, indulgence, and decay inside the system that built him. His lifelong record of arrogance, unchecked privilege, and misogyny. The pattern, from bullying staff to abusing his position as trade envoy. And then I was going to compare Rachel and Fergie and him and Harold. So we'll see what I decide to do in the next couple seconds. Because I do want you to see this. The two spares, really. Everybody says Andrew is a little bit better than Harold because Andrew, fought in the war and didn't turn his back on his family, yada blah blah. Well, I find that is not to be true. From what I've dug up, he also cheated in his on his way into the Navy. He was boorish and people thought he was stupid, and he wasn't the hero everybody thought. But here it says, both spares were raised to believe rules are for the other people. When you live inside a shield of lawyers, courtiers, and checkbooks, consequences become optional, and character shows itself in the gaps between what can be proven and what everyone already knows. So both men, they're driven by appetite for attention, for indulgence, and for control. And that is so true. Absolutely. Neither learn the boundaries that came with privilege, and both mistake consequence for prosecution. Two spares, one monarchy, both prove that privilege without discipline eats itself alive. Every time they think they're the exception, the pattern resets, because in their world, consequences don't erase, they just take turns. These two are so much alike, it's actually scary. And so are their wives. I'll briefly get to the wives because I'm just loath to not use this info that I have. I have so much other stuff, but I just know they're not going to let me put it on. So Fergie and Rachel, their entrance strategy for Fergie was the loyal companion for Prince Andrew, and for Rachel, she was the modern breath of fresh air. Now Fergie's royal reputation, emotional and fun, loving but rebellious. And Rachel was confident yet combative. Their public rivalry, well, Fergie's felt jealousy towards Diana, and Rachel felt jealousy towards Catherine. I mean, that's pretty evident. Press relationship, Fergie embraces tabloids and seeks media coverage, and Rachel seeks to control the coverage, but just as bad. The money scandals for Fergie, she's a sellout for access, desperate for cash, and Rachel, private jet and PR, for profile podcasts, driven to her own path. Signature move for Fergie was acting out until in disgrace, and Rachel was the departure to brands and showbiz. Common thread, both sought a place in the firm on their own terms. But they both mastered the art of chaos, masked as charm, but they left the palace to clean up the wreckage. And let me tell you, I believe our lovely William is going to clean up that wreckage. So, like I said, until I know what's happening, I'm not going to make a full show. This one was going to be almost 2 hours, but I have so much footage. If it doesn't go through, I'll put all the footage in its entirety on Patreon. However, we all know these two fools had the same broad, right? I think we can agree to that. Rachel, two spares, one woman. History didn't repeat. It recycled. So there's two spares and one pattern, both men shielded by privilege, both undone by ego. And in the middle, the same woman. Not as a coincidence either, but as a mirror. The same charm, the same ambition, the same fallout. So what do you think of that line? History didn't repeat, it recycled. I would say absolutely. I think we're all very much in agreement. She had a relationship with Andrew before Harold. So take that for what you want, I suppose. Oh, man. So very quickly, and then I will wrap it up because, like I said, I don't want to put all this work into it till I know what I'm looking at here. But what I did want to emphasize is that I was not going to bring up JE or VG. I'm serious. Take them completely out of the picture. Totally out. Okay? And what do we have left? We still have a nasty individual, a very nasty individual. What I showed you in the beginning is an eighth of what I have. I wouldn't even be able to show it all to you, but it's so much worse in the beginning. I cut out the worst stuff, and I am not kidding. So anyway, this is systemic. This is Nygard, and he got the presidential jacket from George Bush, and he wore it when Andrew's family met him. Oh, yes. And on the side, because I'm going to be doing this as quickly as I can, I'll put up some pictures of some of the famous people that were at Nygard's island. And by the way, his island was way more opulent than the other guys. This one also had a human, you know, when you give something up, I can't even want to say the word, ice. Yes, all kinds of nastiness there, my friends. All kinds of nastiness. And what I will put up is a section of him talking about it. Trying to buy young ladies' eggs. Or sorry, well, you know. It's bad. It's really bad. And these are the people that Andrew has around him. And believe me, it's not a one-time thing. It is not a one-time thing. I have info, but like I said, I gotta just be careful because, yeah.
Stem cell technology that Peter and I are investing in is called SCNT, which takes the egg of a young, perfect woman specimen, takes the egg and takes out the nucleus and puts our DNA in the nucleus. They just go in and take it out.
It's painful, right?
Huh?
Is it painful? Jesus.
Yeah. And this is part of this genetic greatness that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. You girls have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we want some of that. So, girls, for $100, we would pay you for your egg.
No, you. $100? Monkey.
So how much do you want for it? Let's bid. I bid $500. Whatever I bid, he's going to outbid me. I bought about $60,000 of the eggs. Yeah. If you have a that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, and placenta, even your pure blood is so rich with stem cells. Mm-hmm. When you regard it as waste, then it actually should be. It should be captured as recycled, and it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody, and it's life for mankind. The best eggs are 16 to 18 years old. Those are the best eggs. As you get older, your eggs get weaker and weaker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So you may not be our candidate.
No, that's fine. I think that was my business anyway.
I also decided I'm going to put on one more little clip for y'all because I can't resist. This will even reinforce even more who Andrew is. So let's watch that, and then I will wrap this up because I have no idea what's going to happen with this. By the way, what I mean is when the first part is being reviewed, I uploaded that first, and that's how I found out. So I thought I would just add on it, and then we'll see how it goes. So let's watch this because this is quite shocking.
This is crazy. During an official trip to Thailand, Prince Andrew allegedly had 40 prostitutes come to his room over 4 days. What's worse is he used taxpayer money, refusing to stay at the embassy and choosing a 5-star hotel for his activities instead. And this might have been the last straw, as Prince Andrew was just stripped of his titles and is now just known as Andrew. What do you think? Did he do it, or did he definitely do it?
Before I go, and yes, I know there is so much more to cover. However, I did want to show you this because this unbelievable demon is in our court systems right now. He's in our jail. We finally have him in jail. The FBI still want him in America, and they want to talk to Andrew, and he was always hiding behind the palace, and now I don't think he can. Nygard's still alive. This was him at 79 when he stopped taking those stem cells and he had to go to prison. And at 81, look at the difference. From free to incarcerated. Is that just not shocking? It is to me. And even though I'm not going to bring J.E. up in the sense of with Andrew, he also was into this stuff. Absolutely. Oh, yes. And the only reason I'm not talking about that is because I wanted to leave him out of this show. And what you get is pretty vile, my friends. It's disgusting, actually. And that little bit that you saw with that fella and those kids in Ukraine. Yeah, that's true too. Allegedly. Let's just say that. All right. I'm sorry to do this. I really wanted a really rockin' show and I would have had one. But I think YouTube's going to stop me. If by a miracle they do not, I will continue this show and you'll get it all. Okay? But we will see. But I will leave you some commercials. Okay, thank you so much. I love y'all. And I don't know when I'll be back. But I will be, so please don't leave. People leave me and I just feel so sad. It's free to stay, honestly. But I will be back. You know I will. But look at my posts, everybody, okay? Just watch my posts. Okay. I will talk to you hopefully sooner than later. All right. Bye.
Dear his not-so-royal dickhead, I think we should soften some of the language, Your Majesty. Andrew will do just fine, I think, on this occasion. I have initiated the formal process of removing your royal titles, but do not worry, you will always maintain the title of Sweaty Nonceman. You don't need that last bit there. You hereby surrender your lease on the Royal Lodge. Don't forget to bleach the toilet on the way out, because if it's anything like your personal life, it'll be a complete mess and smelling of shit. The first part is very good, Your Majesty. And this is just an illustration of a middle finger, Your Majesty. I think we can, I think it interferes with the flow. I bet you wish Mummy was still in charge, don't you, you absolute tosser. For the record, I also think you're an absolute tosspot. So why is this in a different coloured ink? This is Queen Camilla writing. I think just keep the letter to you, Your Majesty. You've gotten every member of the royal family to call him a tosspot. I think we'll just cut that. It's got to fit on the BBC website. That's all I'm thinking. Suck on these crown jewels, you motherfucker. Oh, my pen's gone through the paper. Well, I think I'll write it. You don't worry. I'll write it. Yes.
It's really an honor to be here and to be chatting about our book. Oh, it's okay. This makes me so nervous. It's okay, everyone. It's everyone's first time sometimes. I can hold it for you if you'd like. She makes me so nervous. It's just nice to have a professional around to make sure you do everything right. Thank goodness I'm here. Right? Sorry, Courtney hasn't been on many TV shows. She's not a duchess like I am. I have to help her as much as possible. Thank you. Oh, of course. And I'm so glad you guys get to meet Courtney today. We've actually been friends since college, I think. I was watching Instagram and I was like, is this Courtney just in a van somewhere? What is happening? And it turned out it was her. I obviously wouldn't know about living in a minivan since I'm a duchess. I'm usually in castles or, larger buildings.
Hello, girls. Oh, girls. Wasn't it nice of Charles to invite me this year?
He's probably seen the quiet dignity you used to flog your juicers on the shopping channel.
Yes. Finally realised I'm not trading on my royal connections with my Duchess of York Right Royal Juicer. Make every breakfast fit for a queen.
Oh, Mummy, if you hadn't married into the royal family, you'd probably be a top-flight businesswoman with your own international corporation by now.
No, girls, you'll be the ones to smash through the glass ceiling for all women.